Hey everybody, how's it going today? It's Frankie here and I'm back with another video on this channel. And I want to ask, have you ever witnessed anything crazy, funny, weird and wacky outside your house? Well, I'm going to be talking about my crazy, weird and funny experiences I've witnessed outside my house. And okay, nonetheless, some of you might not find it funny, so you may find it funny, so you may find some of the stuff weird, so you may not find it weird. I don't know how much of the stuff I can remember, but I try to remember as much as I can because it's quite crazy, some of them anyway. And this is obviously going to be similar to the one about when I spoke about weird stuff I've seen on transport, right, and crazy and funny things too. But this time it's kind of, it's talking about outside my house. So, don't get confused. Don't be like, oh, why have we not spoken about those things you spoke about when you're on the train and bus because they're transport. This time I'm sitting outside my house. So yeah, basically, let me start off with what was something that happened recently. I think it was like a month ago or maybe weeks ago. I was on FaceTime to this friend, not going to mention the name, and we were just talking, right? I'm not going to mention what we were talking about, we're just talking, and I heard some girl outside be like, oh my god, help me, screaming, and I looked outside and I was just like, I saw these group of people with this guy, I don't know how old she was about 18, 19, the lad had been to the club, so I thought nothing of it as much, but she kept screaming like she was in distress. Now, me and my friend thought she probably got R-worded, or and she's probably traumatized from that, or maybe she witnessed a crime, or maybe she saw like a dead body or something, anything, or maybe she was like, not being funny, maybe she was possessed by a demon or something. I don't know. She probably saw something or witnessed something. I have no idea. And then as we were waiting there, obviously my friend wanted to see what the commotion was, so I flipped the camera. And this person, my friend, was watching everything basically. It did feel kind of weird. It did look weird because people were probably looking at me thinking, is he recording and going to put on YouTube and TikTok? I wouldn't do that in this sort of situation. Unless it's something funny that I witnessed, possibly. But not when it comes to stuff like this. That's just disrespectful. And FaceTime, and me and him were probably thinking, who could it? What could have possibly have caused this? I always had to pop to the toilet, and after I came back, I saw a police van and ambulance there, and she got put in the ambulance and there's police there. I don't know what was being discussed. Like the girl's friends and family were there, so I don't know. I thought she came out the house opposite. That's what I was thinking. Maybe she did. Maybe she was about to go out, but then something happened, or maybe she came from. I don't know. Didn't know she was coming out. I know she was walking away from the house, but nonetheless, I noticed the family was signing something. And they drove away. I'm just like, what happened? I still want to know to this day what happened. Maybe it's like a mental health thing. I can't just assume anything straight away. And then the ambulance and van drove off. So yeah, I don't know what caused that. Maybe it's medication, possibly. And she saw something that we don't usually see on a daily basis. I don't know. I have no clue. And then I also heard that two guys arguing outside. Bear that in mind too. And the guy was like, what the hell have you, where's my effing bag? Why did you not bring the bag? I didn't want the white stuff, I want the brown stuff. Or whatever this person was saying. I don't know if it was about drugs, but the white dude sounded pretty aggressive. So I'm not sure what was going on there. I have no clue at all. Another crazy moment was outside where I saw someone that I think that got run over, so because I heard screaming. I looked outside and it was someone that looked like they got run over but couldn't see the person, right? There was people crying around this person, couldn't see what happened. I saw a car that wasn't parked properly, so maybe it had something to do with that or whatever it was, and there was a van in front. I saw an ambulance as well, and there was police tape. It wasn't on for long, there was only probably there for a few hours I think anyway. It was crazy. I don't know what was going on. Crazy stuff I witnessed, man. But still, probably there was, I don't know, I don't think it was a crime. Somebody just got run over by accident. Hope that person's okay though. I'm sure they made a speedy, speedy recovery or full recovery. I'm sure they have anyway. Another instance when I was at my grandparents' house, right? And I don't know, I saw like a bunch of police outside. There was loads of them, and people crying around. There was like, I think when how old was I then? I think I was definitely a teenager. I think, wasn't it? I can't quite remember. And then they looked roughly about my age or some people. They were that the police are going to the alleyway. I don't think I saw an ambulance there. I think it must have their families or whatever it was. And I had to go outside the window. It was straight outside my nan's door, straight out. That's how much of the action and view that I saw. And sometimes it's crazy because I'm a curious person. I love when I have a perfect angle of what's happening outside the window. You get a good angle at everything. I mean, there've been times where I had to really try and angle my head that way to see if I could just about see enough of the action. But obviously, there's always so much that your head, so much of an angle you can reach out from the window, and so much you can look at. So if only I was at a better angle when the other incident happened, when the person went over, at least I could see what was going on, having to walk outside. But yeah, I don't know where it was. I don't know what time they left, but it was definitely something to do with the alleyway that they were looking at. I thought there could have been a fire. I don't think there was. So I don't know. I don't know what time they left. But yeah, I mean, I just went back to bed when they all calmed down. I think there was one officer looking at me like, what's he doing looking? I was right there. How can I not? The thing is, in these sort of situations, I know people might find disrespectful and rude. How can you not look? Right? Everybody else is looking. How can you not want to look at something crazy that's been happening? Or mental or funny? How can you not want to look? It's curiosity. Our minds are designed like that. Especially hearing other people's conversations that it's not really our fault that some people talk loud like that. How can you not hear it? We got ears, unless we're deaf. In that case, then that's a different story. But yeah, they left eventually. Don't know, it might have been like over an hour or something. I have no idea what the report was. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to ask these type of questions. I just watch what's going on. Another incident where, this time was at my nan's house, but this time the other side, which was like from the bedroom window. So I looked out and there was like a fire going on opposite. What was that fire? But I had to call my nan in the room. I'd be like, Nan, what's going on here? She even found it a bit mental. Like, don't get me wrong. It's crazy. I don't know what happened. I mean, I'm not going to record all these situations because, I probably would be getting into trouble for that. It's just mad what you can witness. I don't know how long it took for the fire to go out. I think it might have happened. Did it happen at a house? I can't remember. Our house or anywhere? I can't quite remember. Right? I didn't record if I remember correctly. So, I can't quite remember that. Another incident. Another crazy. Some of this is funny. I was with family, right? Family members. Chicken Cottage, right? I think it was called Chicken Cottage then. In Neatham. This guy, this homeless Rastafari man comes up to me, and this is what makes me laugh, right? And I think I was the only person laughing at this. This guy literally said to my dad, right? Because I was with my dad and sister at the time. He said to my dad, "Yo, can I get a chicken burger, please?" I'm not being rude, but it's the way. It's how random he came up to us and asked for that. I know chicken burger doesn't cost a lot, but why asking us that? We're important here. We don't know him. We don't. I was actually pissing myself laughing. I think people wondered. Nobody else laughed. How? It would have been hilarious. It was hilarious because when they ask for that, it just the way they ask it in that accent, that tone, the way they ask it is funny. Like they pop up random and ask for that. I'm sure they've got money. They look like they have money to me. So I'm surprised people would give them £1 anyway. They'll just leave them to it. There was even a time when they even asked for £1. I don't know when that was, but they said, "Come £1, please." No. Why should we have to help you out? We don't even know you. You could be using it for drugs or alcohol, for as I know. I don't know. Maybe using it for weed. How am I supposed to know? I don't think it's still free. Don't get much of £1, are you? Just to get yourself like probably a chips that are probably £1 back then. Like, come on, man. I mean, no. I mean, make money your own way. I'm sure they make money their own way, but probably the illegal way. I don't know. They must have a job somewhere, and they probably pretend to be homeless to get money. So they're saving money somewhere by hardly being in their house. The actual homeless people would be sitting down in the street begging. That's actual homeless. It's not even I would help them out because they're not my concern. If I was in that situation, I wouldn't be begging for money. I'd be sitting or sleeping around somewhere. That's the difference for me. Another funny incident that happened at Chicken Cottage wasn't funny. It was a two of my friends, right? Not going to mention names in this one, but I think I mentioned his name before, but not going to in this case. We were eating, and my friend started. My friend got this wipe that they gave at Chicken Cottage, right? And I was going to call it Chicken Cottage, and I think that's what it was called. And he started doing that, so putting the wipe on his nose like that. What's he doing? What's he doing with his nose? I don't think you're meant to be using that. I mean, you didn't feed your nose; you fed your mouth. Like, and then when the workers started talking, he started mimicking them, and I started laughing, man. Like, the funniest thing I've ever had in my life. I can't remember. I don't know. I think the last time I saw him was over a year ago. So yeah, hilarious, dude. That's one of the best memories. Right? One of the things I remember. Yeah, and then whilst me and him were just continuing to laugh. What was it? I think it was just two of us then, and we were laughing, and the worker said, "Excuse me, why are you two laughing? Are we not allowed to laugh?" Last time I checked, we're just having fun. I mean, maybe she got on to us about how we were and what we were laughing at. But I mean, come on. Like, what's wrong with laughing? She was moody and miserable. I can't lie on that one. Hope she doesn't watch any of this video. I hope she doesn't watch this video at all, because she might end up seeing me randomly, which is a 1 in a million chance. But yeah, another situation at Chicken Cottage, that was when me and my friend were there. Again, I don't know how often we were going there that time. But yeah, this woman came in. I remember what she looked like anyway. I think so. And then I think she had money in her hand and she was getting something. And I think that same woman was suggesting something to her. And she was like, "Oh, I'm paying for something. You don't tell me what I want in it. It's my choice. Don't tell me what I want, yeah." Even I mimicked her. And my friend was mimicking her too. I think I forgot about these situations. It's all just coming back to me right now. How can I forget that, man? That's seriously. No, honest to God, that's just funny as hell. It really is. Because it is your choice what you want to order, but at the same time, it's good that they suggest things to you, because I would take it. If somebody suggests something good, which is good to them, probably not good to us, then I would still try it and take it on board, and I'll still pay for it. Obviously, that's what happens. I think that's probably why I think that was the day where that woman did tell us, "Is there something funny, boys? Why are you laughing?" So yeah, that's probably why. That's what we were laughing over. A bit moody though. She could have said us have fun. There's nobody else. It literally was empty. I mean, she was like probably one other person there, but it was empty. So who are we distracting? It wasn't loud. I know I made things bait some of the time, but come on, it's having a laugh. Everyone does it at restaurants and stuff like that, man. Like, come on, I wasn't even that loud. So she can't turn us off for that. I kind of wish I was facing them away, instead of facing at the counter. Yeah, that would have been easier for me. Another time where I was with like my friend and two other people, there was this guy that was looking behind the window, like I started laughing, and my friends were thinking, why are you laughing for? We found it was that some guy staring like this, and some creepy dude. I made me laugh, you know. Who stands outside the window, any chicken place or any like restaurant or wherever it is, and looks like that? I mean, this was looking at some sort of order, which I can't understand. I think that's one of the moments on Chicken Cottage right there, if I can remember correctly. Another moment is when I used to work at Pizza Express. I can't remember if I honestly can't remember if I was going there or if I was coming back, but it was the time when the trains weren't available, if I remember correctly, and yeah, I think it's probably when I was on my way to work and the trains weren't working, and I had to get the bus, and it was at our bus station. I'm not going to tell you where I live and the area that I live in, I'm just going to mention this area right here because yeah, that's where I had to go if I had to get the next boss. And this is a bit weird. There was this group of women, right? And this guy came, and then he was like, "Oh hey, how you all doing? Do you have boyfriends? Are you sick?" Or whatever he was asking, and she was like, "No, we're trans or whatever it is. Oh, we're lesbians or whatever, right?" And this guy said, "Oh, really? Why you choose to do that?" "Well, because we want to." And then this guy says, "So wait, you don't have any toys?" And then it was like, "Yeah, we do have toys. We use it." And I think so. I can't remember what the exact conversation was. I don't want to make up in my head entirely. And he said, what do you lesbians do? What do you go on and go do that? You do that? What? In my mind, I was thinking, is he alright to do that? I mean, this is a bit explicit in this one here, so yeah, this is a warning part here. And then they'll say, yeah, of course we do that. What else can we do? And be like, why you do it? You know that's wrong, you know. You shouldn't be doing that. That's against religion and God or whatever he was talking about. And you're dressing like that. It was like, excuse me, we could do whatever we want. What's wrong with you? Like, why are you behaving like this? Can you go away, please? It was like, no, that is wrong. I do not believe in that. You should not be doing that. I can't remember what the words were. Something along those lines. Sound like a religious dude anyway. The fact you had to interfere in saying that, no. Listen, I'm not finding that anyway to be in whatever, right? But I wouldn't even go up to people like that and start behaving like that. I'll give my opinion on something, but I'll be nice about it and walk away. And then when he did walk away, those women were saying, no one was here to help us and actually tell him to go away. I think I was the only person standing right next to him. Yeah, I didn't want to stop anything because it wasn't my place. And besides, the guy was not doing any harm. The way he was saying things sounded kind of like judgmental, like, why are you doing this? I know he's religious, but it's not every day you see that happening. I can't remember what he said before he walked away, but yeah, hope he hasn't done that to anybody else. Hope he hasn't come. You see that sort of dude that would like those people you see at Wembley, which I'll get onto soon, where they preach about religion and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know what those people are talking about. I don't know what he was talking about especially. I don't know. I mean, I know what the women were talking about. They're talking about they had to go somewhere. I think it was to do with LGBT or something. I can't remember what they were saying. And the guy just came interfered. He wasn't doing any harm to it. It's like he had tried to attack him or anything. And besides, I'm not good at confrontations. I'm not a combat moderator, no, combat mediator. However you say it. Veterans will know what I mean anyway. Combat mediator. You know what I mean, man. It's that word at the end of traffic. I think it's mediator. I think that's what it is. You know, where they tackle conflicts and stuff like that. So yeah, if any veterans or people have been in the army or whatever it is, you know what word I'm talking about. But yeah, I didn't interfere in that. I just wanted to get on the bus and just make my way. Could have made new friends with them, but they let them be anyway, wherever they were going to. And yeah, I don't think there's any moments at Pizza Express that were funny. Not that I can remember. I don't think there was, if I can remember correctly. I mean, oh yeah, I did get a half of my pizza stone, but you know, yeah, I'm not going to discuss that. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that one here. But yeah, there was another situation that I tried to, if I can remember any more situations. I think there was one which was quite crazy, which I was back at my nan's house again, and yeah, I saw, you know, my dad was like saying, oh, can you look behind me, see if is there a guy carrying a knife? And I looked behind him, and there was like a guy carrying a big knife. I know what happened when me and my dad's sister was going, you know, to his place where he used to live at, way back, you know, years back. Like, this guy was screaming, shouting, and we saw these two dudes in front of us, like they wanted to like attack him or something. They were looking all confused. I think the guy got taken to a mental asylum or something like that, mental hospital. So I hope he has been better from there. He probably has improved on his life, or maybe God knows whatever's happened to him, God knows what he's doing. But yeah, that's in that case. But yeah, what other crazy situation have I come across? Oh man, there's a lot that's been going on. Oh yeah, when I was at my dad's ex's place, and we saw this guy. that came out, and he was like, this woman was screaming like, no, what the hell you doing now? Please help me. You need to through this, and this guy just threw her to the ground or something. I don't know. I think she was crazy. The way she was going at it, she was a bit obsessive. He shouldn't have done that, but at that moment, an impulse, when like somebody's in your face and you want them to leave. I can understand situations that they created an impulse. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but that's like a defense mechanism. If someone's in your way and they're getting in your face, you got to do what you got to do in that situation, because that's defending yourself. That's gonna anger and trigger anybody, to say the least. Right, and that's totally understandable. When there's people screaming, shouting, it's like, especially someone shouting in your face, you got to do what you got to do, man. I mean, it sounds crazy, but that's what would happen, and some of these people don't know it. This is the thing. God, what other situations, man? That time at the job centre. Yeah, I'm gonna admit that. Yeah, I've mentioned it before, and then I think in lives or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, I was inside there, and there was this dude screaming. This dude having got the security guard saying, you're not helping. What the hell is wrong with you? Don't touch me. No, I don't want to get out. No, I need to be seen right now. What's wrong with you? And I'm just like, mate, chill. I'm sure you're getting good money from them. If not, then you could just keep calm and complain. And shouting and screaming is not a form of protest. That ain't going to help you out. That really isn't. That's going to make it even worse for you. And I would recommend not, going at people's faces and intimidating them, because you end up getting flawed for that. And they do sound like a nice dude. He really did. But getting money is crazy for people. And people are desperate for money and do all sorts of things to get money, like doing something immoral or doing something illegal. Illegal is the worst. At least something immoral doesn't have to tie to illegality. Some jobs are immoral but not illegal. Just remember that. Excuse me. Damn, there's been a lot of situations, man. Seriously. There's a lot that's been happening. I am honestly trying to remember what other things I've witnessed. I mean, you can let me know what you witnessed in the comments. Like, just let me know, because there's a lot that's been happening, and the video is like nearly 23 minutes long. So you know what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to end it, and if I want to, I can make a part 2, see what else I can remember in my memory bank / archives. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like, comment, share when subscribe and hit the bell notification below, as I see you in the next video.